Welcome back to the Can't Stop Talking podcast. I am so excited today because we have a very special guest. This is Steph. She is my client from the membership. I just love her so much, and she has so much goodness to share with us today. Please introduce yourself, Steph.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. So excited. I've been excited all week. So thank you for having me and for asking.
Oh my
Um,
God, of course.
my name's Steph, and I am a big fan of Samantha, but also a client. I'm in the membership. I'm doing all the things. A little about me. So I'm a teacher, and I actually left teaching to pursue my coaching business, where I do a little bit of breath work and a bit of subconscious reprogramming, specifically helping people with their anxiety. So for me, I've been there, and I just want to prove to people that anxiety is not lifelong, and you can totally heal and very quickly from your anxiety. So I would
So
say,
true. Yes.
yeah.
And you know, I've been there. So I love that that is your niche. How did you get into that?
Really interesting. So the universe gave me a big test on this one. It's a beautiful story. Unfortunately, it has a bit of a rough go at the beginning, but I'm 35 now. When I was 25, I thought I had the world by the tail. I thought I had it all figured out. Um, I had my dream job at the time. I was teaching students with autism. I had just bought my first house by myself, was ready to move in. I was super single and absolutely crushing the online dating game, having a lot of fun dating, getting a lot of free meals out of it.
Love.
Yeah, I just was in like this great place. And I was driving to work. It was a Tuesday morning, March 31st, beautiful sunny day, and an oncoming vehicle swerved into my lane. This guy had a big SUV, a Volvo. I had a small Ford Focus at the time, and he was speeding. So he hit me head on, and my injuries were extensive and
Oh my
life
God.
threatening. So I broke a total of 15 bones that day: my back, my neck, both my arms, both my legs, my whole right leg shattered, all of my ribs. Um, and I was stuck in my car conscious for an hour and 45 minutes while first responders worked to try and get me out of my vehicle. I got a helicopter ride. I always
Oh
joked that I
my
could check that one off my bucket list. I've
God.
never gotten a helicopter ride before, and I got a nice helicopter ride to a trauma center in Toronto, and I underwent a 12-hour surgery. My poor parents were told I wasn't going to make it to say their goodbyes, and obviously I did because I'm here. But it was a long road to recovery. So I spent almost a year of my life in a rehab center learning how to walk again and feed myself and do all of those things. And then I moved in with my parents, and years later I had been summoned to court. The guy who hit me was going to be charged, and that's when a lot of the emotional stuff came up. So for the first year, 2 years, it was all the physical. My brain, my subconscious kind of was like, we're going to shelf everything. You've got enough to worry about or figure out. And then once a big trigger came up, in my case, court, and I was going to see and hear and experience everything again, then the emotional stuff kind of started happening. And so I made myself a deal. I would do all the things, didn't matter how weird or woo woo or expensive, covered by benefits, not covered by benefits. I was going to try it all, kind of the same way I went about my physical recovery, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I got to do so much cool stuff. Art therapy and horse therapy and talk therapy really helped me for a bit, not long term. What I found was I was always reaching out to someone else or something else to like
Mm.
heal me. So I never really, I would get the support, and then a couple days later a trigger would come up and I would be 5 steps back and not really have the tool. I was just kind of waiting for the next appointment for someone to help me again. So I was paying all this money for help, and I wasn't able to really support myself. Um, and I took this beautiful trip to California. At the time, it was simply because I believed the ocean was going to heal me. I don't know how, but I was just like, I'm going to go, and the salt water is going to somehow fix everything in my life. Um, And long story short, right beside my Airbnb was this meditation studio. And the first class was free. So I had time to kill before dinner. I rolled in. I was not a meditation girly at all. I hated it, to be honest. I tried the apps, I'd done the classes, nothing really. I was like, no, I'm not a yoga girl and I'm not a meditation girly. Signed up for this class, and of course, it was breath work. And at the time, I was disappointed because I'm like, this stupid breathing class, like I
Yeah.
breathe all day. Like, why am I, this is not going to do anything. And that class rocked my world and changed my life. In a single class, I walked out of there a different person.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And so I came back here and I was like, sweet, I'm going to be a breathwork girl. Like, this will be my new
Yes.
thing. No one was doing it here at the time. It wasn't a thing. There was one person that was like a 45-minute drive. I drove, I took the class. I was so disappointed. It was nothing like what I experienced in California. And so I decided I'm going to go back to California and get trained by the person that I had this incredible experience with. At the time, because I was a teacher, I was like, I'm not teaching anyone this. Like, I'm hoarding this secret. I'm getting trained just for me so that I know how to do it properly so I can do it for myself. And so I did. I flew back and forth 3 times to complete my
Wow.
training. Um, and I started, just continuing to live my life. And people would come up to me and be like, Steph, you look different. Like, have you lost weight? I was like, no. And they're like, have you met someone? Like, you definitely met someone who seems so happy. And I was like, no. I'm like, literally, the only thing I'm doing different in my life is for 10 minutes a day, I do this weirdo breathing thing. And I swear to God, it's changing me.
I have chills because you know my journey too is that once my anxiety got so bad, the only thing that really, really, really helped was breath work. And so
Mm-hmm.
I swear by that. And I just love that people were coming up to you being like, you're glowing. What have you been doing? Because I really feel that too with manifestation when you get to that point where you're, really in the present and your manifestation is going to come. A lot of the times it looks like you are, living as if your manifestation's already here. And I get told that all the time, like, you're glowing. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just manifesting. I'm obsessed with that.
That's it.
Oh,
And when I was able to realize that now I have this tool and then discovering how to incorporate that with manifesting, the sky was the limit.
I'm obsessed. I can't wait to get into this. So, what made you join the membership from the beginning?
Accountability for me. So I always say, like, if you want to work out consistently, you're going to hire a fitness coach or a personal trainer. I don't know. There's so many ways. Like, if you want to get good at public speaking, you go to public speaking classes or you hire a coach. So for me, I need, especially in the beginning, accountability. I need someone to not make me show up, but I want to learn from someone who's already done it, who's clearly a professional and good at what they do. Um, and so yeah, I mean, I looked at a lot of people and really took my time. And the second I came across your page, it was like, okay, this is my human, this is my girl for sure.
Oh my God, that makes me so happy. And I always say the biggest thing is accountability of like my clients who get the best results. It's not because they're different than anyone, they're just doing the work just like you. So that makes me so happy. So, what have you manifested in your business using the manifestation formula in the membership?
Okay. Um, Business wise, I mean, I've had incredible experiences where I've had a 110K month, which was my biggest month ever with 3 of my VIP like one-on-one clients. Um, cool speaking opportunities. That's been awesome. Like, I didn't even put that out there that was something I was even thinking about. Um, but when people come to my classes, I share a little bit of my story. And so through that, people have reached out and been like, would you come on and talk, do a corporate breathwork session? Tell us a bit about you and your story. Um, yeah, so that's been really cool. Getting to work with kids in a new way because I am a teacher, so I do love kids, or was a teacher, I should say. And so now incorporating breath work, and I go into schools and do little breathwork meditation sessions with kids and teach them some tools that they can use specifically because our kiddos really need the support with anxiety right now. Yeah, the interesting thing is I actually am continuing to work through stuff in my business. And that's why I continue to use those things all the time in the membership. But I've also used the membership to manifest other things in other areas of my life. And that's where I feel like I've actually excelled.
Yes, tell us some of those. We're going to get to a big one at the end, but what are other things that you've manifested through the manifestation formula?
Okay, so my house,
Obsessed.
this was like my dream. I can't even like the tile, the backsplash color. Like I'm a big turquoise girly. There's like light turquoise accents. What else? Like walk-in organized closets. Like what I pictured my walk-in closet was the exact closet when we did the walkthrough. And being open to, so this wasn't a town that I necessarily thought I wanted, but my husband had sent me the listing and I was like, oh my God, this house is like 100% for me. And came to the house, decided I wanted it. At the time, the market was hot here. So it was very, very competitive. I ended up writing a letter to the homeowners explaining why I think my husband and I and our little dog would be like the perfect fit to start our family here. So we went against 12 other people and we got the house in. And we weren't even the highest offer.
Oh my God. I
Yeah,
love that. Circumstances never matter. It doesn't matter if there's 12 people. It doesn't matter if someone is willing to spend more money than you on this house. I've never heard of them picking the people who aren't even the highest offer.
yeah. And they left us, it was so cute. They left us the keys with a little bottle of champagne, being like, we're so excited for you to build your family and your life in a home that mattered like so much to us.
Oh my God, I love that story so much. And so many people come into the membership and manifest their homes. That's one of my favorite things to manifest because I think you can fully see that, like, oh my God, this is a manifestation. It's everything I wrote down.
That's it. Exactly. Um, and then my honeymoon, my wedding and my honeymoon, both I manifested like to a T of what I had scripted and put on my vision board. Um, and this is why you should go back, in my opinion, and reflect because I had created this vision board and I have two. I have a business one and a personal one. And I actually did a project with my students where my little grade three, so they're 8 years old, we made vision boards and I taught them all about the power of their brain and their thoughts and all that stuff. And for me to prove to them that it works, I pulled out my vision board from the previous year and we did an activity where we took sticky notes and covered each picture that came true for me.
Wow.
So I hadn't even really like done it myself before. I was doing it in real time with my students. And so they were coming up and being like, oh, Miss McLeod, like, did you did Matt pick you up like this at your wedding? And it's like I can't even describe it visually. You'd have to see it. It's like when your husband picks you up on the dance floor during your slow song and
Yes.
like twirls you kind of, and like my feet were back with my heels or whatever. Literally, Matt and I never spoke about it, and he did that at the end of our slow song, picked me up and twirled me.
Oh my God.
Exact same. The sparkler exit, the picture looked exactly the same. Um, we went to Italy and Greece for our honeymoon. All of the like the beach sunset, I have the exact same photo of us sitting on our picnic blanket with our wine and our cheese. Unbelievable. So those
Oh
two
my God.
biggies. I mean, my husband too, but that was scripting from quite a few years ago prior to the membership. But again, like
I love
cookie
that.
cutter to a T. Matt is everything I could have asked for and then some. The only thing I didn't get is he doesn't own a cottage.
Yes. Not
That was
yet.
under the nice to have category.
Not yet. He might
Yeah,
own it in the
exactly.
future.
Not yet.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And my favorite things are when like the actual things you visualize or the pictures on your vision board come to life and you're like, again, there's no doubt that this is manifestation. I'm obsessed with that. And I have another success story from you that you just wrote last week in the membership. And you said, I've really, really been upping my game, my manifestation game, listening to the morning meditation, using the self talk riffs and affirmation tapes on my morning walks. And every time I get into the car to drive somewhere, manifesting money like crazy, unexpected money for my maternity leave, 2 new clients ready to sign up, pay on the spot, a payout for an investment I forgot I even had. I've definitely had some days where I felt like this works for others, but not for me. So this is your sign to keep doing the work. The money is coming.
Mhm.
I love that so freaking much. And so, I have a lot of clients that come in and they're like, I had a really good month and then I went back down. And then they always say to me, once I started doing the work again, all the magic started happening.
Mhm. That's
Do you feel like,
exactly it. Time and time again. Because when things are going well in life, you forget to do the things that got you there. And that's
yes,
in anything. Like my clients too with um the anxiety stuff, like they'll be on cloud nine, being like, I haven't had a panic attack in months. I feel amazing. Then they stop doing the breath work. And then they come to me when they hit rock bottom and they're like, I'm crashing and burning here. I'm like spiraling. And it's like, well, but you haven't been doing the work, right? It's easy to do the work when you don't feel well because you will do anything to get the thing. Same with
yes,
manifestation. When there's pressure, so I'm on mat leave and I quote unquote need the money or want the money more, I'm showing up every day and I'm doing the work. I'm listening to the affirmations. I'm scripting. I'm putting in that effort. And what happens? Then the money comes. Then once the money
that's amazing.
comes, sometimes you're like, okay, I did it. I don't need to do it anymore. And that's where you get that, like, I find that up and down roller coaster.
Yes. And this is the exact reason I made the membership a membership instead of a course, just like a money course that I've seen so many other people do. Because the biggest thing, and I could have made it a money course where I get paid one time, I have to do less work, yada, yada. But the main thing is that it's like going to the gym, the mental gym. You can't go to the gym, get abs, stop going to the gym, and then ask yourself, why don't I have abs anymore? It's about this lifelong journey. But once you fall in love with the work, it's like you want to keep doing it and you want to keep seeing the magic.
That's it. And I will say, your membership makes it easy,
Thank you.
so easy. It's literally on your phone. We take our phones everywhere. You have no excuse. I do magic manifestation walks where every morning I pick what speaks to me. I'm already on my walk, I'm listening. In the car, easy way. You're already going somewhere. You're forced to do something, whether it's listen to music, call a friend, listen to a podcast. Why not throw on an affirmation riff? Maybe even do some EFT tapping at a red light. Why not? You
I
know what?
love it.
So it's super easy, I find. Um, and because, like you said, it's a membership and you're always in there pumping us up, providing stories, giving examples, doing the challenges, even if you do quote unquote fall off, it's not hard to get back on because you're right there as our cheerleader supporting us day to day.
Oh my God, you are so sweet, guys. I did not pay her to say any of this. I love my clients so much.
No, I mean it with I 100%. It's unbelievable.
Oh my God. And this is how I always know that manifestation's real because I attract soulmate clients like you. And I'm like, that is the nicest thing ever. I'm so happy. I love just all of you in the group. And I love, celebrating you and cheering you on. So that's just something I want to do from the bottom of my heart. So that makes me so happy. Did you, I love this question, 100% believe in your manifestation or that it was possible for you? Any of them?
No, absolutely no. Um, all of them, I was like, no, a big limiting belief that comes up for me is other people can do it, but I can't. Other people can run their business consistently, I can, or other people can get their dream partner, but I can't. Um, and so I would say until I started using the membership consistently and stopping and noticing when my limiting beliefs were coming up, questioning them and reframing them, that didn't shift for me. So it's only recently really that has shifted probably in the last year for me. So one, the thing that helps me the most is my thoughts are not facts. So I
Oh,
call out my thoughts all the time. Just because you have a thought does not mean it's true. It's just a thought. And then I like to either flip it and tell myself, if other people can do it, I can do it too. Right? They're
So
just
true.
showing me it's so possible. But also I love to make a list of all the ways that it has worked for me. Because if I
Yes.
question it, I just go back and read the list and I'm like, okay, if it worked 19 other times, who's to say it's not going to work this time?
Exactly. Oh my gosh. And that is such a big belief that so many people carry. So I'm so happy that you said that. Even with manifestation, that they feel like, manifestation works for them and not me.
Yeah. It
And that's
just time. It takes time. That's the only thing. And like you say, it can happen sometimes in 3 days. It can happen sometimes in 3 months. So again, it comes down to, and I'm not saying you have to believe that it's going to happen,
yeah,
but commit to yourself to show up consistently for 3 months. And then if you see nothing in those 3 months, but you will. So just show up. Eventually it's going to happen. And just because someone else's timeline was 3 days doesn't mean yours is going to be 3 days.
exactly. And I love that you say that because to me, it's like those 3 months are going to pass anyways. In 3 months, you could have everything that you've been manifesting, or you could be in the same spot. And one of our members, it took her 6 months to manifest $18,000 out of thin air. And now she manifests that like she just manifested another $18,000. So it just took some time to reprogram her
Yeah.
mind.
And it's a blip, right? It's a really, in the grand scheme of life, it's a blip of time. And
Yes,
if you thought one way, for me, 35 years of my life, overnight, I'm not going to be able to change that thinking, right? It is going to take some time and some effort. So just reminding yourself that it doesn't hurt to show up.
yes,
And what if it does work in 3 months? What if it does work in 3 days?
exactly. And like you said, working is objective because my favorite thing from doing this for over 10 years is my mood, the way that I feel. And everything else is just a byproduct. And it's like, if I could just get myself into this amazing mood every day, I'd be happy with that.
I love that. I love that. I've never thought of that. Everything else is just a bonus.
Yes, exactly. And everything comes from there. I love this so much. So, did you ever get discouraged or doubt your manifestation? And how did you keep going?
Totally. Totally. I think I'd be a robot if not, lots of times. How do you keep going? I think again, just reflecting on all the times it has worked, having people in your life that do support you and believe in the manifestation stuff. So like my husband is the least woo woo guy in the world, but he's so supportive in the sense of I can say like, like it's just not working out, or I've heard crickets and I've been doing all this work with my business and posting and showing up every day. And he'll just remind me of all the times that it has worked out. Or we play the game. I think you've talked about it either on a podcast or maybe in the membership of wouldn't it be fun?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be fun if you woke up tomorrow with a $10,000 client? Wouldn't it be fun if you could buy your dream car by the end of the year? Um, and he loves that, and it's nice because it expands me, right? Because he thinks of things that I wouldn't think of. I think of things that he wouldn't think of. I'm not just saying it has to be a partner. Like I have a best friend who also is into all the things I'm into. So we all the time talk about how we're manifesting a beach house in Nantucket and we're gonna go every summer and raise our kids there. Like you just have to find your people.
Yes. And that's my favorite thing too about the membership. I feel like I was thinking about this the other night that I am not afraid to tell you guys any story in there, any BTS, because all of you guys believe in it. Not that I feel that way online, but I'm like I can really share my woo-woo-ist, things I do daily because you guys eat that up just like me. Like that's why I love having, a group
Yeah,
of
everyone in
women.
there is so like-minded that if this speaks to you just hearing this, then like, yeah, then those are your people for sure.
I love that. Did you feel your manifestations or just use your thoughts?
I'm probably a bit of both. I'm a super visual person.
Love
Uh,
it.
so I do um, visualize a lot. Like I'm closing my eyes even as I say this because I know I do that. Breath work helps me with that because when you're doing the breathing, you can't actually think of anything else because the breathing pattern takes thought, like effort to think about. So I'll often think of breathing in the things that I want and the feelings that I want, and exhaling the limiting belief or the resistance or whatever. And I can actually picture like it coming in for me, and then me breathing out anything that doesn't serve me.
Oh my God, I love that. Everyone take that nugget because that is genius. That is so freaking good.
Yeah. And you take your breath everywhere, right? Like you literally have your breath everywhere you go. So for me, combining the visualization, but I like scripting too because I can get really, really detailed about what it looks like,
Yes. And
what
that
it
just creates
feels
that
like.
imagery. Yes. And it's like an all-in-one senses.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And how long, I know you had a lot of different things that you manifested, but for some of those things, how long did it take to see results? Was it quicker or longer than expected?
I think it just depends. Some of them have been super quick. The big one at the end that we're going to talk about definitely was um, my quickest manifestation. Um, yeah, it just depends, I think. Sometimes it's been quick, sometimes it's been longer. Like hitting a 10K month probably took 2 years for me to get there. And I'll be honest, I still haven't hit that consistently, right?
Yes.
So I'm still not there yet.
Still not your dominant identity yet. And that's where you're aiming towards.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. And I love the honesty too in our group, just the vulnerability and stuff like that, because it's like that's how we get to the next level.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love that. And so, did you use any specific techniques? Like, did you have any that are your favorite
I love the affirmation. The affirmations I love because I like hearing it and then saying it.
tapes? Yeah.
I also love to combine EFT tapping with that because I don't have to think, like the everything's already laid out for me and I just have to say it and tap along. So sometimes I'll do that, especially in the car, which LOL for anyone driving by me and seeing me tapping
Yeah.
my head like a maniac.
I love that.
The self-talk rips I love because it just sounds like literally my BFF is just like on the phone with me chatting away. I use everything, to be honest. It just depends on my mood and what I'm doing, right? Like some things, a riff is nice when you're cooking because you're focused on something else and you can just hear it in the background. Affirmations I like because it makes me focus and say it back. Breath work I use for everything because that's just my jam.
Yes.
Scripting I personally love. I do it daily, but yeah, I just love it. Like I personally enjoy it. And for anyone listening that's like, I'm not a journaling girl, I wasn't either until I tried scripting. So wait, try scripting before you
Yes.
determine whether or not you are a journaling girly.
I love
And I
that.
type
And
it. That's the other thing. I type it.
it's that's good because that's a limiting belief a lot of people have that you need to write it down, but I also like to type it as well, just make it easier.
Yeah, it's easy peasy. Sometimes I use voice to text. I don't even type it. I talk it, read it back, or have it read back to me.
Yes. Yes.
Easier, better,
And for
as easy as possible.
as easy as possible. That's what I always say. And for anyone who's not in the membership, it's not that, you have to do a million techniques. It's that you have a million techniques that you can go in and really decide what do I like to do? Just like a gym routine. I never want it to be something that you go to the gym and you hate your life. And so you're never going to continue with it. Like you're going in and you're really finding what works for you. And that could be different every single month.
Mhm.
Um, so I love that. And then are you someone who takes like messy action? I feel like a lot of times people think that they need to be perfect with their routine to get results.
So I'm type A. I love a visual schedule. I like to check things off. So, um, do I take messy action? Yes, I do. But I also like to like have a plan. But that's actually something that's held me back in the past. So, for example, when I don't have a plan, so for my house, I didn't say, okay, if I do one EFT one affirmation audio and I don't know, and I script every single day, then I'll get it. It wasn't like that. I just like was so solid in what I knew, and I was always excited and visualizing my house and listening to affirmations like when it felt good. That came quicker. When I put rules on it, even though I love a schedule and I love to be able to check things off, it actually slows down my manifestations. So in my business, I always want to have like a routine or a schedule. But I think that recently, in the last few months, I've realized every time I've manifested the quickest, there hasn't been any rules
Wow,
around
that
it.
is
Or
so
haven't been
interesting.
a perfect way to do it.
Yes. No, I love that. And that makes a lot of sense because if you're trying and saying, I have to do this in order to get my manifestation, you're always going to be have to do something in order to get it instead of believing it's already here. So
Yes.
I love that. That makes a lot of sense. And lastly, what do you believe about strategy and action in business now compared to manifestation?
Oh, great question. Strategy compared to where I was. Um, like, yes, the accountability piece is so important for me, but I think before in the beginning of my business, I always was looking outward to like, oh, this person has like the Instagram course that I need. And once I do it the way she does it, then I'm going to get the clients. Or this person has, this coaching program. And if I structure it like them, then I'm going to get the clients. Money was big for me too, my price. Like I thought, because a lot of coaches have these big numbers on their coaching packages. Um, and I actually didn't align with that, but thought I had to do it because others were doing it. So when I changed my numbers to what felt good for me, more clients actually were coming in. So I think the biggest growth for me in that area is like letting go of I need to be like other people or I need to hire people so they can teach me how they do it so
Yes.
that I can replicate that. And now I'm leaning more into like, no, what feels good for me.
And that inspired action piece. And exactly knowing what feels good, because what feels good, the way that lights you up, is the way that will get you results.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so your business results have obviously been incredible, and we're so proud of you, but that's not all that you've manifested. You also manifested something so personal and magical. So let's talk about it. What else did you manifest using the manifestation formula in the membership?
Okay. I'm going to read verbatim
Yes. Oh my God,
my
please.
scripting, and then this will be the drum roll into my most recent manifestation that has changed my life in all the best ways.
I love this.
Okay, so this was well over a year ago. This is 2024. So it starts, I'm laying here in bed. It's beyond cozy, Christmas sheets and decor of my dreams. Not a lot of people know this yet, but I've got a little babe moving and growing inside of me. How freaking exciting is that? I am growing an entire life inside of me right now. I'm going to be a mom. Matt is going to be a dad. Way more on that in a little bit. I've got my skinny tree up. The dogs are cuddled up. And I feel so excited for this next chapter of my life. I'm already smiling as I think of all the ways the universe showed up for me and all the magic that transpired this year. I'm in awe. And so my most exciting news is I manifested a baby. I'm a mom.
I'm a mommy. I'm a mamacita. Wait, so was that before or after? That was
Oh,
before?
well before.
Oh my God, that gives me the chills. That is insane.
Mhm.
So that was your scripting.
Yeah, it even goes into how I like when. So I said, so I talk about my wedding, which was the best day of my entire life.
Oh,
Anyone says like a wedding has to be stressful, it does not. Like I was the happiest, most present I've ever been. It was the best day. I would relive that day over and over and over again.
oh my God, I love that.
So then I said, shortly thereafter came the honeymoon, 3 weeks of pure bliss. My favorite part was watching Matt experience it all. We had so much fun. We laughed and laughed and laughed. We met amazing people. We had incredible sex.
Yes.
Crushed the most delicious pasta and pizza. I truly felt like I was in a movie. I felt so calm. Shout out to the fact that I got paid one of my highest months ever while I was living my absolute best life in Italy and Greece. I had so many pinch me moments. And then it says, I will forever be grateful for the 3 magical weeks, falling even more in love with Matt, my husband, and the father of our soon to be
Yes.
babe. So, like, I just knew in the scripting that I was going to get pregnant in Italy or Greece on our honeymoon.
Oh my God. And
And
that's where it
not only
happened.
did I did I on our first night, like the first go.
This is, and for everyone listening, I just want to reiterate this. These are passages that she wrote long before she ever had a baby, before her
Well over
honeymoon.
a year, yeah.
Oh my God. That is incredible. I am obsessed with this. And this is why I love scripting, because you can go back and literally see exactly what you wrote and how it came fully true. And now she literally has already had her baby. Her mom is watching her
Yeah,
baby in the other room.
he's what? He's gonna be 2 months this weekend.
My God, I'm obsessed with that. And I remember the day that you messaged me, you were like, I am not telling, the group yet, but I used your formula to manifest a baby. I was like, this is my first baby that's happened from my coaching.
Yes,
What a
amazing.
miracle. I love it. I love it. And, how old were you when you had the baby? I think that a lot of people have limiting beliefs around that.
35.
Love it.
Yeah,
Absolutely love it.
35.
Happened so quickly.
So quickly. A lot of my friends around me are struggling. So I was aware of that and had those beliefs, but I just decided in my being that I was going to go to Italy. I was going to live my best life, eat anything I wanted. So, just so people know, I drank the entire time. I ate seafood the entire time. I ate deli meat the entire time. All the things,
Wow.
quote unquote, you shouldn't do when you're pregnant. I did not pee on a strip once. I wasn't going to test. I went there and I just decided that I was going to get pregnant in Italy or Greece on my honeymoon. And I would come home and take the test. And by that point, I would be pregnant. And I even on our honeymoon would say, like, I just knew. I would like put my hands on my stomach and be like, oh my God, Matt, can you believe it? Like, we're gonna have a baby. And he would be like, stop, it doesn't happen that fast. Like, it takes people time. And I was like, no, I'm telling you.
Oh my God. And I just love this story so much because, like I said, circumstances do not matter. It didn't matter your age. It didn't matter the food you were eating. It didn't matter. I know so many people give up alcohol, all these things. It didn't matter, how fast or
I
slow
didn't
other
even know
people have
when I was
babies.
ovulating. I had no clue. I just
Wow.
somehow knew that I was gonna get pregnant.
Oh my God. I love this so much. And you're just making such a, hard process for a lot of people with manifestation so much easier. And so, how did you even think, like, I'm going to call my baby using manifestation?
I just I I guess because I'd seen it in other aspects of my life and knew it worked. Um, and I also knew how challenging it can be for people. So I was like, I'm just gonna make this the easiest for me that I know how. And manifestation was that route for me.
Oh my God, I love that so much. And did you have any fears, doubts, or limiting beliefs you had to work through?
Oh, totally. All the ones you mentioned, like it's hard to get pregnant the older you get. Maybe I shouldn't have waited. I had fears coming up. If I do get pregnant, am I going to be a good mom? Am I getting pregnant too early? Like, should Matt and I have just like enjoyed our life for another year? Oh gosh, yeah. It takes
I,
time to get pregnant. That was like a huge one. Everyone says, like, well, you're not going to get pregnant the first time. It takes time. Like, everyone talks about how it takes time and you have to be patient. And
And I just love how you cut out everyone else's limiting beliefs. That's my main thing. There are just limiting beliefs everywhere of people saying, even in business, like it takes a while or you have to do something this way, this way. And I love that manifestation just cuts all that out and says, like, nope, this is how it's going to work for me. It's going to be the easiest thing ever. And I'm going to show all of you that it does not matter what's happening in your lives, but I'm different.
Yeah.
I,
And going on vacation, there is something magical.
I always say that.
And all my, like when I go on vacation, my manifestation is cranked right up. And it's because you can be whoever you want. No one knows you. You can go there and do what you want to do and be who you want to be. And there's just something magical about traveling.
Yes. And I always say
That,
you're like present.
yeah. And you're joyful and you're happy and you're excited. There's something about soaking in all of those feelings and being on vacation that just cranks your magic right up.
Yeah, so if you've taken anything from today, go on vacation.
Yeah. If you want to get pregnant, go to Italy.
Exactly,
Actually, funny enough, a lot of the people in Italy that like work there, live there, deal with tourism every day were joking with me, which maybe this was one of the signs the universe was saying. Like everyone says, oh, you don't leave Bellagio without a baby. Bellagio was in Lake Como. We were in Lake Como. Everyone's like, you don't leave Bellagio without a baby.
I'm obsessed with that.
So many people were like, oh, a Bellagio baby. And I was like, this is weird that they're all talking about how you don't leave this location without a baby. Like, what a weird thing to say.
And you probably had no idea that they even said that till you get there.
No, I had no clue.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
exactly. Because I was going to ask, were there any signs or synchronicities? Do you think that was the biggest one?
That was the biggest. And I saw a lot of twins, a lot
Wow.
of twins. And it just like, I was like, whoa, like the babies are strong. Not just one, there's two.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And
And then
you
I would
had
ask the
one.
universe, like, if I'm pregnant, show me twins. And I saw like, three sets of twins in one day. And I was like, okay.
I love this whole episode so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so, what techniques did you use from the manifestation membership specifically? Was it just scripting?
Scripting, my vision board, like I'll send you a pic of it, you'll die. It's like, oh, I have all those same exact same replica photos without even knowing it. So having that on my vision board and looking at it every day, not just doing a vision board once and
Yes.
putting it away,
Yep.
but like I stare at it every day for like 2-3 minutes. I think those were the two big ones. And then what you always say, like acting as if it already is. So like on vacation, I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. This is
Love that.
crazy. And my husband would be like, you're not. Like that's insane.
And you were like, actually, I am.
Yeah. And
Oh
then
my
I
God.
literally was.
That's such a good idea for acting as if too, just putting your hand on your belly. I love that. Simple,
Yeah. Or I
easy.
would sway back. I was noticing my body was like swaying back and forth when I was standing on the spot. And I'm like, that's so funny. But it's because I was just getting into the mindset of like, I'm a mom.
Yes.
I'm growing a little human.
Oh my God. And how did you stay consistent and connected to this vision, even with doubts or limiting beliefs?
I just kept like calling it out. As soon as I had a doubt, I would be like, no, it's happening.
Yes.
No, I'm getting pregnant in Italy. Like I'm coming home pregnant.
Going back to what you decided. I love
Yeah.
that.
I just like called it out and kept, and not that I believed it every time, but just calling it out, going back to me, like, nope, it's happening.
Yes. And how did you find out you were pregnant? Was it like how you visualize or was it totally different?
Yeah, it was like exactly how I visualized. Yeah, for sure. I came home and I was like, it had been a day or two. Like it's not like I rushed right away um to the store and got a pregnancy test, but eventually it was like, no, like I'm pregnant. I have to do the test. Like I have to know. So I went to the store and bought, I think, 2 pregnancy tests and literally um I did it. I just like you pee on the stick and then you stand there and wait and your like stomach's dropped and you're waiting and waiting and waiting. It felt like an eternity. Um, I remember it felt so long that I walked away and turned to go look at the instructions to be like, how long till you see a line? And then when I came back, the line was there. And I put it on video so I can share it with everyone and they can see like how
I love
magical
that.
that moment was. And um, then I told my people in a special way.
Oh my God, yes, I would love to see that video. And so I just this has been the best episode ever. Like truly, I just feel so lit up. What advice do you have for others? So what would you say to someone who wants a baby and has tried everything else, but you know, they haven't tried manifestation yet and they just feel discouraged?
It it doesn't like why not try?
Yes.
Like what's the worst that could possibly happen? You waste quote unquote 10 minutes of your day doing a couple of listening to some audios while you're doing other things anyways. Like you're already showering, toss on an audio. You're already making yourself your smoothie in the morning, put your headphones in. It doesn't hurt, right? Um, and again, just turning away from proof that it doesn't work and looking for proof that it does. So, like, if you have to listen to me, if you have to reach out to me and ask me every day in a DM, Steph, tell me that it worked for you, I will do it. Like, I will be that person for you. It is totally possible, regardless of your age, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of if it's worked in the past. It is so damn possible for you. I promise. And I think just really focusing on that because it's worked for others, it is going to work for me.
My God, that is everything that someone needed to hear. And I just, your words like really resonated. And I love that so much. You were the sweetest. How did manifesting your baby change your overall belief in manifestation?
Oh my god, I manifested another life. That is wild. Like that's insane. What else could you manifest that's like mind blowing other than that?
Yes, yes,
Truly, and
exactly.
he's perfect. And I know every mom says that, but like he is the most beautiful bundle of joy. He's so cuddly, he's so snuggly, he's so loving. I am obsessed.
I'm
The
like
stage of
just,
my life, I'm in my glory. Like it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do being a mom.
yeah.
And everyone's like, you won't know it until you're in it. It's true. I've taught 30 grade ones. Those are 6 and 7 year olds
Wow.
at a time. And I'm telling you, being a mom is harder, but being a mom is like 100 times more magical and amazing. It is so worth it. It's the best thing in the world.
Oh my God. I'm like smiling ear to ear this whole podcast episode. My mouth is literally gonna hurt after this. We only have a couple more, but I just can't get enough. So now that you've manifested both business success and something so life-changing and personal, I'd love to hear your reflections on the whole journey. So, what was the most common misconception you had about manifestation that you feel like you had to overcome?
Probably that it works for others, but not for me.
Yeah.
Say that's been my biggest hurdle because it comes up in different areas. So like even though you've worked through it, let's say with a friendship that you wanted or a social situation, that limiting belief can still come up in business or can still come up in your travel plans or your future plans, whatever. So for me, that's probably, and I still am working through it because I'm still consistently not hitting those months that I want. I haven't stepped fully into that identity as a business.
Yes. And I always say it's just a click, but the other thing is manifestation is law, you know, law of attraction, law of assumption. And so the universe is not like this one person can't manifest XYZ. You know, everyone can do it, just your belief that's blocking you from believing that you also have that power that everyone else does. So I
Yeah.
love that. Our last question is what advice or tip would you give to someone wanting to manifest their dreams?
Show up,
Oh, I love
do the
that.
work, do it. And it's not long, drawn out processes. You don't have to make it difficult because it's not. Show up for 10 minutes a day, show up for yourself and watch the magic unfold because I promise you it will.
Oh my God. You have been such light. This episode is going to help so many people. Please tell my audience where can they follow you? Where can they join your programs? Do you have anything out?
Yeah, for sure. I would love to have more like-minded people in my community. Instagram and TikTok both. I'm Steph, the anxiety coach.
Perfect. And I'll link below too.
STEPH. Yeah, we'll We'll link it. And then I have a membership called the Anti-Anxiety Club. And so it's similar in the sense of it's a membership. You can join monthly, you can come and go as you need. And it's all the quick tips, tools, and tricks to eliminate anxiety in the moment. So averages 3 to 5 minutes. And again, it's just a quick do this if you have anxiety around social situation. Here is a morning breath work for anxiety. Here's an evening visualization for washing away your day in the shower or the bath. There's all kinds of stuff in there, but the focus is anxiety, stress, and overwhelm. So if those are things you're needing support, then that is like my jam, my cup of tea.
I love that. And doesn't everyone need that support? And also, I always say the best coaches start as teachers. I'm like, you're so calming. I know that if you step foot into that membership, your whole body probably relaxes and you'll get everything you want. So I am so grateful that you took the time today to come talk to everyone. I just love you. I love your story. I love your energy. And I'm just so grateful for you.
Thanks. I feel the exact same way. I'm so glad to have you in my life. And thank you for asking me and having me.
Of course. Bye, guys.